So welcome everyone to round 12, penultimate round of IOR Season 6. Today we are at the Brazilian Grand Prix, and as you can see today we have a sprint race. So once again, one-shot qualifying. Sprint race of I think 13 laps, and then the main 50% race. So on the one-shot qualifying, Slippery Cucumber leads as you would normally predict. Oh, Slippery Cucumber has actually messed it. He's spun and is into 6th place of the race. Dundee actually in the lead now, followed by Equasar. Then comes Joseph Vesely in 3rd. Our two championship rivals, Thales and Slippery Cucumber at this point. Down in 6th and 7th place, Black Bala has retired. Equasar now leads, Dundee in 2nd place. Bialo is on 3rd, Joseph Vesely on 4th, Lionel on P5, and I guess Thales and Nick FIFA maybe have invalidated or something has happened there. Seems like Equasar is gonna take P1. First position to start the sprint race. Lionel goes up into 2nd fastest. Dundee goes down into 4th. Dundee goes down into 5th. Now Equasar comes into a line and will take P1 for the start of the sprint race by a long margin, 4/10 ahead of Lionel. Lionel have really good performance there at the front. Joseph Vesely in 3rd. Bialo on 4th. Dundee on P5. So Equasar is gonna start on pole, Lionel on 2nd place, Joseph Vesely on 3rd. Actually, 5/10 gap between the top 3 on each, almost 5/10 gap. And what I have to say is, well, changing conditions. It started with light rain, and soon it ended up on full wet conditions. Bialo on 4th, Thales actually on P5, Dundee on 6th, Nick FIFA got disqualified in 7th place, Black Bala in 8th, and Cucumber will be starting 9th. So Equasar will be starting now on pole position, Lionel in 2nd place. And well, I guess it's gonna be medium tires for most people. I don't think they're gonna risk it on softs that much, but we will see, we will see. We're about to start the sprint race at Brazil. Equasar starts on pole, Lionel in 2nd place, Joseph Vesely in 3rd, Bialo in 4th. We always have to keep an eye on Bialo when it's up to race starts. He always gets blasting starts, so might be aiming to take the lead of the race in the first couple of corners. If he can get a blasting start from P4 to P1, that would be mega for him. Fighting for 4th in the championship, and here we go with the start of the sprint race. 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Who's got the better start? I think it's been Equasar. Got a really good start. Bialo hasn't got a mega start, but he's already down the inside of Lionel, both leaving enough space to each other, and it's Lionel who will be ahead of Bialo. On board with Joseph Vesely there, and Slippery Cucumber already made a place on Black Bala. Here comes Bialo and Lionel. Down the inside is gonna go into turn 4 if I'm not wrong, and takes the place. Bialo is up into 2nd place. Mega start from the best starter in the league. Made up 2 places as I was already predicting. Thales at the back of Joseph Vesely is going to be looking for that 4th place of the race. Oh, and Lionel goes wide. Lionel goes wide, but they take evasive action. Oh, Thales made a mega send it down the inside on Lionel, ended up spinning him. Lionel is back on track, but that was a mistake from Thales, I think. I don't see anything else from that. Anyway, might be wing damage for the Brazilian driver on his home race. Well, still a long way to go. Lionel has fallen into 9th, and Bialo has fallen into 8th as well. Equasar leads 2.5 ahead of Joseph Vesely. A comfortable lead for the man in the Haas. Here comes Thales at the back of Joseph Vesely. Slippery Cucumber on P4 already ahead of Dundee. these two Williams drivers battling for the Constructors' Championship. Let's check the strategies quickly. Has anyone gone for softs? No, everyone's in the middle. Oh, that's Dundee. That's Dundee off and in the wall. Dundee crashes it into turn 2. Is gonna rejoin the track. Well, not much of a worry for Dangerous rejoining, as Goldstein is back on, and Dundee is gonna be last with broken wing. Equusar leads with a very comfortable lead, 2.7 seconds ahead of Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely on second place, 2.7 behind Equusar, and Bialo already got a penalty for corner car in 3 seconds, and that's the yellow flag. That is Bialo off. That is Bialo off and down into 8th place of the race behind Kilio and L. Two guys that made it a good battle into turn 4, now been down into P7 and P8. Equusar leads now 3 seconds, and Thales will be now on the chase of Joseph Vesely. Thales on his home race trying to do his best. Already had that incident with Kilio and L in the first couple of corners, but now trying to improve and gets ahead of Joseph, 2/10 ahead. And DRS will be now enabled, and Thales will be on the chase for Equusar, who seems to have really good pace here at Brazil. Thales needs to outscore Slippery Cucumber by 12 points to carry the championship into Abu Dhabi. If he doesn't, then it will be a title, a third championship for Slippery Cucumber in IOR after a long time since he won it last year on season 3. The very similar dates in the calendar, around October, I think. Now we are November, I think. Cucumber won it something around there. Dundee's gone for soft tires and is going to be very behind now on the grid. Kill UNL down into 7th place. A really unfortunate start of the race due to the incident with Thales there. And now Thales is 3 seconds behind Equusar, 2.8. He's going to be looking to close that gap. Equusar will try and hold into that lead of the race as best as he can. Joseph Vesely in P3. Slippery Cucumber there, 1.2 behind Joseph Vesely. Will try and do his best to close the gap into the Aston Martin driver who won last weekend at Mexico. Wasn't stream, I had an issue with my connection, but ended up being a Joseph Vesely win due to a disconnection from Thales on the last final 4 laps of the race. Thales already 2.5 behind Equusar. He just needs 1.5 and he will be on DRS range. Thales definitely looks more on the pace than Equusar does, but Equusar has a bit more ERS than him, so it will still be an interesting battle to align. Joseph Vesely, can he try and hold Slippery Cucumber a bit here? Slippery Cucumber not using his ERS as he usually never does, and 1.2 behind Joseph now. We'll get into the DRS. Is a question, might he have damage to the car? Is that the reason why he is not catching that fast? I think he does have wing damage. Yeah, Slippery Cucumber does have wing damage there. He has a little light M-play damage, I think, and that might make things hard for him in trying to overtake Joseph Vesely here. But now is on DRS range. Not sure if Joseph knows about the wing damage from Slippery Cucumber. Here comes Joseph Vesely into the main straight. Still Slippery Cucumber way behind him. Joseph Vesely hasn't used his ERS to try and defend. Meanwhile, Thales 2.1 behind Equusar. Equusar is now pushing a bit more his ERS. Thales already 2 seconds behind there. It's gonna be an interesting battle to align between these two. I think Slippery Cucumber won't be in contention due to the wing damage. He will try and do his best on getting ahead of Joseph Vesely, and Bialo is in the pit lane. Bialo is into a pit lane. This might mean he will lose the place to Dundee. Dundee might actually manage to make... Oh, Dundee's made a mistake there in the final corner just when going on board with him. Dundee's made a mistake there, and that might make him not get ahead of Bialo. Dundee's car seems really slidey today. Bialo getting out of the pit lane. He's going to be way ahead of Dundee. He's going to be way ahead of Dundee. Around what, 10 seconds? No, I don't think that much. I don't think that much, or maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah, 8 seconds. 8 seconds ahead of Dundee. I think Dundee has better pace than Bialo usually, but it's very short laps remaining, so he can catch him actually. Thales 1.9, but the gap hasn't reduced that much compared to the previous lap. Here comes Slippery Cucumber and Joseph Vesely. Slippery Cucumber down the inside, but now Joseph Vesely will be getting the DRS into the next straight. Not sure if Vesely knows Cucumber has wing damage. He's gonna try and retake the place now. Maybe now, Slippery Cucumber with damage, and Joseph Vesely trying to hold him. Oh, and done this round again, done this round once again. And down into last place. Well, he was already in last place, but it's not much far. He's gonna be lapped almost by Equasaur and Thales. Here comes Joseph Vesely sticking to the back of Slippery Cucumber. It's gonna be an interesting battle now that Slippery Cucumber has wing damage. Joseph Vesely will be on the charge here to take one place. Try to make it a podium here in the sprint race. Equasaur leads 1.6 ahead of Thales. Thales pushing as hard as he can, but still, Equasaur has more ERS than Thales has at the moment. Slippery Cucumber coming into the final corner. Joseph Vesely will have ERS and DRS now to try and get closer and maybe try and take the place back. Is he trying to go for it at the moment? I think he is just trying to hold into the back of Slippery Cucumber. Thales 1.5 now behind Equasaur 1.4. This is going to be an exciting battle into the final laps of this race. Thales wants to make it a pole position, start for the main race on his home race at Brazil. Here comes Joseph Vesely at the back of Slippery Cucumber. The brakes a bit late there. Still at the back of him, Slippery Cucumber not using any of the CRS. Slippery Cucumber not using any of the CRS, and Lionel, a very good charge, is already at the back of Black Balla. He's made a good fight back there and is going to be fighting for 6th of the race. The other Dutchman, Nick FIFA, man who's going to try and carry as much as he can his team into champions. Oh, there's a spinner. That's Dundee again. That's Dundee once again into the final corner. Dundee on a terrible sprint race for himself. Equasaur leads 1.1 is now the gap. It's 1.1 the gap now. Joseph, I don't think he will attack now. Lionel, I think, is the one that will be on the attack now. Into the main straight, will go, try and go for Black Balla. Oh, has a little slide into the final corner. That's going to cost him time. It's going to cost him time. Might have to wait one more lap to do it. And back into the battle for the lead of the race. Thales has already made it into 1.1 seconds behind Equasaur. Equasaur has had to use more of the CRS. Already down into 14. Thales has 0% DRS. Still, Equasaur has a little advantage, minimal advantage though, but still a tiny advantage on Thales on ERS. And then we are going to have 4 more laps remaining on this race for Thales to try and make it a place here on Equasaur into the lead of the race. Equasaur leads Thales in seconds. Slippery Cucumber in third, 6 seconds behind Thales. Joseph Vesely doing his best to hold into Cucumber. Cucumber doing an excellent job even with the wing damage. And Nick FIFA, maybe does he have wing damage as well? He hasn't been able to close the gap at all, or maybe he just doesn't have the pace at the moment. Well, he's keeping the pace with Cucumber and Joseph. Thales now 1 second behind Equasaur, and this is the battle for the lead. He's catching now the DRS. He already got it. He's already got the DRS, and this is going to be an exciting battle into the final 4 laps of this race. Thales and DRS against Equasaur. Who is going to win it? Does Equasaur have the enough straight line speed to defend against the Brazilian driver today, trying to take a victory at his home race? Here comes Lionel by the outside. He's going to try and make the move on Black Balla. Is he going to try and make it there? Oh, they made a little bit of contact there. Needs to back off there. Needs to back off a bit there. Tiny banging of wheels, but all between the legal thing. Black Balla defends down the inside, and here comes Lionel. Black Balla. Lionel is going to make it. Is going to make it the move, and yes, he does. Lionel gets the move done and is up into 6th of the race. Good move there by the Dutchman. And up into 6th, trying to recover a bit after that messy start of the race. Meanwhile, Joseph Vesely is still sitting at the back of Slippery Cucumber. It seems that Slippery Cucumber has it under control to finish this race in 3rd place. Joseph Vesely, though, will be looking into an attack into the final couple of laps, but with Cucumber with full ERS, I think it's going to be really hard for Joseph to try and to actually get ahead of him. And here comes Thales on this lip from Equasaur. And is going to try and go for the move. 3 laps remaining on this race. Equasaur leads, followed by Thales. Thales doing what he can to get this win on the sprint. He has Cucumber 8 seconds behind him, but he wants that 2-point subtraction from Slippery Cucumber today and try to extend the championship definition to Abu Dhabi. Thales at the back of Equasaur. Equasaur will try and do his best. 4:10 separates these two. We are going to have 2 more main straight passes, 2 more DRS activations. well, without counting the one on the final lap as well, of course, but it's much harder to overtake there, especially with no ERS. Yellow flag, and that's Dundee again, and finally gets lapped. Dundee finally getting lapped there. Black Balla spun it, Black Balla has spun it there, but I think he really didn't have anything to lose. I think he didn't really have anything to lose. Equastar doing a mega job here, defending from Thales, 6 tenths in the main straight. I guess if he's carrying more straight line speed or just trying to push in the final sector to open a gap, 2 laps remaining, and Thales still has not been able to get past Equastar. The Haas driver looking there to take a pole position today for the main race. Here comes Thales, as aggressive as he can. Equastar not even deploying the CRS. Here comes Thales, tries to make it down the inside but can't. Not enough space there, and we are going to go into the final lap of the race. Joseph Wesley has finally lost it against Slippery Cucumber. 1.3, I think there's not going to be any more attacks on this. Dundee has retired from the session after a mega speeding session from him. Thales 5 tenths behind Equasar. Can he do anything against the man driving the Haas today? Bialo has also spin it there. Bialo has spin it, but he needs to complete the race to actually take that 1 extra point. This is not a good sprint race for Bialo compared to the results that Joseph and Nick FIFA are getting for the battles for 4th. But here we go into the final lap of the race. Equasar has pulled the gap there, 8 tenths ahead of Thales. I don't think Thales has anything more to do here. 6 tenths behind. I think this is gonna be mostly over. Equasar will be taking the win today at the sprint race. And there is the ghost car of Bialo. The ghost car of Bialo, and Equasar gets ahead of it. Thales will get ahead of it as well. Bialo goes off the road there. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's off now once again. Thales on the back of Equasar. Now we come into the definition. This is gonna be it. Thales needs to be as close as he can for the final straight, and he try and get him on the line. That's gonna be the question now. Equasar seems to have a little struggle there. Now it's 3 tenths. The gap is much closer than on the previous laps coming into this sector of the track. Who's gonna win it? It's gonna be Equasar. It's gonna be Thales. Looks like it will be Equasar, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Thales gonna get DRS really soon. Equasar light flashing, Thales light flashing as well. 3 tenths, 2 tenths. This is gonna be a really close definition. It's gonna be Equasar wins it by 1 tenth. Mega drive there by Equasar, holding Thales when he was much faster. Thales was much faster than him, but Equasar did a great defensive job to take victory and take pole position for the race today. Slippery Cucumber takes 3rd with a broken wing. Joseph will take 4th. Really good points for him and Nick FIFA as well. Lionel 6th place. Black Balla will come in 7th. Bialo in 8th, and Dundee is the one that's not going to be scoring today on the sprint at least. And we are getting ready to start the main event, the 50% race with Equator on pole, Thales starting in second place. We'll get going 36 laps around Brazil. Who is gonna be your winner today? And it's lights out and away we go. Who's got the better start now? I think Equator is managed once again to make it a good start. Starts on first, and Slippery Cucumber got a good start as well, going side by side with Thales already ahead of him. Oh, and there's a spinner there from Dundee and Bialo. Synchronized spin, actually. I don't know what happened there. No, I think it wasn't Dundee. I think it was Kill UNL. Actually, Dundee is going for it and is up into 5th. Dundee is up into 5th place of the race. Slippery Cucumber lost it with Thales. Slippery Cucumber lost it with Thales. Thales is already up into P2 of the race. And we have Slippery Cucumber in 3rd, Nick FIFA on P4, Dundee on P5 of the race, and now seems to be on a much better race than this sprint was for him. Joseph Wesley at the back of Black Bala. Kill UNL, I don't know what happened there at the start of the race, but please guys, you need to be a bit more careful when the race comes to race start. But thankfully I think no one seems to have damage. We all have complete cars, and well, hopefully to carry on into the end of the race. The gap's not that big. Our leads 5 tenths ahead of Thales. Slippery Cucumber comes in 3rd place of the race. We're gonna see a really good battle here between the top 5, I think, for the win of this race. Here comes Dundee at the back of Nick FIFA. Our leads. Joseph Wesley making a move on Black Bala, or is it the opposite? No, Joseph down the inside, getting the move done on Black Bala there. Gets the move done. Bialo on P8 of the race, and Kill UNL on the soft tires, going at the back of him. Equator leads, Thales in 2nd of the race, Slippery Cucumber in 3rd. It was mostly of a normal start, apart from that accident, of course, that hopefully wouldn't have happened. But anyway, it is what it is. Bialo closing the gap fast to Black Bala, same as Kill UNL. Equator leads 3 tenths ahead of Thales, and soon the DRS will be enabled. Nick FIFA comes in 4th place on the leading train, and we have Dundee on 5th. Getting also involved on the DRS train. Nice 5-car battle for the win today, and I think Joseph Wesley is too far to get involved in it as well. We have the 2 Williams, the Ferrari and the Mercedes, and plus Equator is leading now. DRS still not enabled. Bialo getting at the back of Black Bala to try and battle for 7th place of the race. Kill UNL on P9, and Black Bala is also losing time to Joseph Wesley. Bialo is going to be on the slippery mob in. DRS is going to be enabled, and his Thales is going to try and make it a move on Equator now. He couldn't overtake him on the whole sprint. Can he make it now on the main race? Yes, he looks like he will be able to. Thales goes by the outside and gets the move done and takes the lead of the race. The Brazilian driver leads ahead of Equator. Slippery Cucumber now. It's turn for him to try and get past Equator, if he can, of course. Black Bala and Bialo battling here, and seems like Bialo's got the move done. Kill UNL is gonna try and make it here. It's a back up there from the move. Black Bala goes a bit wide. Oh, was that a little tap there by Kill UNL? I didn't really see if actually he tapped him or if Black Bala spun on his own. It's gonna be an interesting one anyway. Thales leads from Equator, from Slippery Cucumber, from Nick FIFA, from Dundee. Now, Slippery Cucumber will do his best to try and get ahead of Equator. Equator, I don't know what's happening to him. He was really hard defensive on the race, on the sprint race, and now he's dropping places very fast. I don't know what is he doing now. And Kill UNL gets ahead of Bialo. Kill UNL has got ahead of Bialo. I don't know what happened there, but it was before the straight. Nice move there by Kill UNL, who on the soft tires moved 1 place ahead of the McLaren driver, who now that 4th place on the championship starts to look a bit complicated, maybe against Nick FIFA and Joseph Wesley. Not that much, I think, not that much. Here comes Bialo, and it will try and make it a move. Oh, that was a hit there by Bialo, but I think nothing really happened there. Might have damaged his wing though, not too sure about that. Thales leads 5 tenths ahead of Slippery Cucumber. Now the championship battle is on, and as it stands, well, Thales was only able to strike 1 point on the sprint from Slippery Cucumber. That makes it 11 points. At the moment he's striking 5. That'll make it 6 points. Black Bala spun it there on the back. Well, make it 6 points gap, and that makes it Cucumber champion at the moment, but we still have laps to go. Still more laps of racing. Now Nick FIFA will try and make it a move on Equator here. Equator doing his best to hold into the leading pack. Thales leads from Slippery Cucumber, from Nick FIFA and Dundee. You have Joseph Wesley, who's going to be put under pressure by Kill Lionel. Thales leads 2 tenths ahead of Slippery Cucumber. Equasar follows the train. Nick FIFA now is losing the train against Equasar, but once again gets it back. Kill Lionel will now be at the back of Joseph Wesley, looking for a move here. Bialo's also sticking into this DRS train, but actually start losing a bit of time against Kill Lionel, now down 9 tenths. Dundee is now the one that's losing the lead train, 1 second behind the top 4, but will try and retake that place. He needs to score those points for the Constructors' Championship. Even if they can't win the drivers, they can try and go for the constructors, of course. Dundee 1.1 is going to make it into DRS. Looks like he might not make it into the DRS range with Nick FIFA here. Oh, he almost loses the car there, but he has a big gap to Joseph Wesley, so nothing to worry about behind him. Slippery Cucumber and Thales, they're going to do what they always do, just keep pushing into the line. Well, no, actually not, the opposite. They'll just be saving the rear RS, staying on each other's DRS. Thales leads from Slippery Cucumber, from Equasar, from Nick FIFA, and Dundee started losing the pace, but he's still there and a really good result for the team. Joseph Wesley is now going to be put under pressure by Kill Lionel. Kill Lionel on the slipstream of Joseph. On the soft tires, should be getting the move into the next lap, I guess. We'll come back into this battle later. We will follow now Thales and Slippery Cucumber in the lead of the race. Dundee trying to catch back the pack. 1.3 behind Nick FIFA. Thales leads 3 tenths ahead of Slippery Cucumber, and we are going to go into lap 7 of the race. If Slippery Cucumber want to think about the move, I don't think he will. Equasar is down in 3rd. He lost the pole position and really fast. And Dundee trying to retake that DRS train he's lost couple of laps ago. And here comes Kill Lionel. Is he gonna try and send it here, or is he gonna wait it actually into the main straight? He's gonna wait to the main straight, no need to risk it. Joseph Wesley has full ERS here. He's been saving a lot by unexplainable reason, I don't know. But well, Kill Lionel comes here on the slipstream. He's gonna try and get ahead of him. Goes Kill Lionel by the outside, gets the move done. Joseph Wesley goes down into 7, and now the battle is there between him and Bialo for that 4th place on the championship. Joseph Wesley currently 11 points behind, if I'm not wrong. No, 15 points behind, I'm sorry, 15 points behind. Kill Lionel is gonna weave a bit on the straight to avoid Joseph getting back ahead of him. Joseph on the hard tires, of course the hards will start working better than the softs really soon. It's turned out to be an interesting race here, with Thales at the lead of the race, Slippery Cucumber. But as we know, both might be facing some post-race penalties due to, well, the Thales move with Kill Lionel, the Cucumber thing I've been reported by Nick FIFA and Dundee collision on lap 1. But well, we'll see. Oh, someone's made a mistake. That is Nick FIFA. That is Nick FIFA's made a mistake and has fallen down into P5. It's fallen behind Dundee, and this is mega for Williams for the Constructors title. Now both cars are ahead. The gap that was 45 points is now gonna go massively down, and this is the result of the race. Thales leading, followed by Cucumber, followed by Equasar, then comes Dundee in 4th. Far from the DRS, yes, but he's made a place on the rival that he needed to make 1 place, and that was Nick FIFA. That was Nick FIFA that's now down into 5th. Kill Lionel comes down 1 second behind him, and now, well, battle between Dutchmans for P5 of the race. Well, big disadvantage of tires that will be soon, I think. Nick FIFA on the hards will have the advantage on Kill Lionel on degraded softs. Joseph Wesley, you can see, has still managed to hold into the slipstream, to the DRS of Kill Lionel, even on hard tires. That's because the hards are already starting to work better than the softs. Slowly, but yeah, they have started too. They will also start working better than the medium soon, so Bialo will not be in really good terrain really soon. He's already lost, you can see. Well, he's got it back to DRS. In the lead, nothing really happening at the moment. You know, Thales and Cucumber will just be saving the rear RS, not really attacking each other. Bialo, has he got DRS? I think he has not got DRS. Or has he? No, he hasn't. He hasn't got DRS. Lionel though has lost the DRS with Nick FIFA. And here comes Slippery Cucumber and Thales. Slippery Cucumber now going for the attack. Have battle for the lead here. Thales going defensive down the inside. Cucumber is trying to look for a gap here around the outside. Thales covers him very good and will stay ahead in the lead of the race. There's a yellow flag. That is Lionel, I think. Yes, that is Lionel, who was dropped behind Bialo. And actually, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, Bialo has also lost time to Joseph. Well, no, to be honest, I don't know what's happening with this two. I think since lap 1 they were the two drivers that spun it into turn 1. Now there's another yellow. Oh, that's Dundee. No way, that's Dundee. That's Dundee, but he's recovering. He's recovering. And he is gonna have Nick FIFA at the back. Not that at the back. 1.3 is the gap now between Dundee and Nick FIFA. Dundee still has a little advantage here on the Mercedes driver, but has come out worse from that. I think Nick FIFA trying to actually get a good straight line speed, but he can't. The battle for the lead is back. Slippery Cucumber at the back of Thales, but not attacking once again. Or is he trying to surprise down the inside? No, he is not. He is not going for it. Lionel at the back of Bialo. And Bialo's done, I think, a good job to defend his place here. Thales leads. Slippery Cucumber in second of the race. Equator in third. Dundee on P4. Nick FIFA got into the DRS of Dundee, and now this is going to be an interesting battle for fourth. And also because it's the constructed battle. Oh, Thales on Slippery Cucumber. Thales on Slippery Cucumber. There's going to be a good move in here, and Equator is going to try and get involved on here. Thales is going to back off, but of course he will get the DRS into the main straight. Thales, that was a brave move, I think, by Slippery Cucumber, because it wasn't on a DRS zone. So brave move there by Cucumber, or maybe a mistake by Thales. Sadly, I missed that. But here comes Thales, and on DRS is gonna get back the place from Slippery Cucumber. Will take first now. Slippery Cucumber down into second once again. Black Bala gets a 5-second for corner cutting, but he still needs to carry on to the line to take those 11 points, crucially, for the 7th place on the championship, drivers championship. If he retires, he's gonna lose 11 points in the bag and will not be making a place for constructors. He needs to carry on. You never know, a safety car will come out or something. Thales still leading this race. Bialo is still fighting versus Lionel. These two not on the best race for themselves. Oh, and Equator spun it. Equator spun it. Equator has spun and is rejoining the track and will be behind Dundee and Nick FIFA. That makes it a double podium for Williams, which was what they needed on this race. Equator is down on 5th, and that once again leaves us only with Thales and Slippery Cucumber on the lead of the race, battling for the win like it's been on these last races of the season. Thales leading from Cucumber, but as it stands, Cucumber will be champion today in Brazil. And even if they get 10-second penalties, that is looking now, they're gonna run away with that because, well, Dundee's 8 seconds behind, and I think the gap will just be increasing on the next laps. Thales leads from Slippery Cucumber from Dundee, very behind, and here's the battle for third, battle for constructors as well. Nick FIFA will be looking into making a move on Dundee. Lionel fighting Bialo here, is gonna send it down the inside. Bialo goes defensive there, and is gonna be a bit aggressive there. Bialo has wing damage, actually, just realized. Bialo has wing damage, so I think Lionel doesn't have much to worry about. Bialo will have to replace that wing at any moment now, so yeah, just needs to keep it nice and calm, and he will get a place ahead of him. Equator trying to retake the gap with Dundee and Nick FIFA. Dundee is leading 6 tenths ahead of Nick FIFA. Equator trying to get into the DRS pack, and with all the spinners and stuff, Joseph Vesely is almost gonna make it, and Bialo's getting a move here on Lionel. Both made it. There was a very aggressive move between the two of them, but they managed to make it a clean one. They're really hard racing going on here, where Bialo is one of the hardest racers on the league and hasn't let Lionel go through, but Bialo losing a lot of time in this. Here comes Nick FIFA and Dundee into turn 1, but Dundee will survive and will stay ahead. Dundee's made it from 9th place to 3rd on the race. And on this lip rim he goes. Here comes Slippery Cucumber and Talus. I don't know what has happened to Equator, but suddenly it's raining. It's starting to rain. It's raining on track, and well, that is gonna massively change this race. If it's gonna get worse, that will officially give Lionel the place ahead of Bialo, if that's the case, because Bialo will have to replace that wing. Joseph Vesely, I don't know if he wins something with this. And well, Dundee will now need to hold fifth as much as he can, because with the rain it's going to be really difficult to overtake. And this might also be crucial. Slippery Cucumber should start trying to attack Talus, because with the rain and DRS disable, it's going to be really hard to get ahead of him. He hasn't been able to do yet. Slippery Cucumber will now be on the attack of Talus. Talus would also going to try and go as defensive as he can. Driver's going to start getting aggressive in these tricky conditions. Talus leads the pack from Slippery Cucumber. Lionel is in the pit lane. Lionel is in the pit lane, but I think that was a very accelerated timing to pit. I don't think it will be Inters yet. I think he's still on the right conditions, but maybe he didn't have any other option. We'll see what Talus and Slippery Cucumber do. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's time to go for it. Oh! Talus gets a little slide. Talus gets a little slider. Cucumber will try and have a look here. He's gonna try and send it down the inside. DRS is still enabled. DRS is still enabled, so Cucumber will have a chance now. 2 tenths behind. Are they gonna be pitting for Inters? Is Lionel winning any time? I think he is not. He's actually 6 seconds behind Black Bala. He's starting to lose a bit of time against him. I mean, yeah, so I said that was a really early timing. It's not a really work for him, but I think it's not that bad at the same time. He's losing, but not a massive gap. And when it actually gets bad, he will start actually gaining time. Yeah, it's actually 6-5. Yeah, it's actually gaining time. Lionel is gaining. Oh no, Dundee! It's Dundee round. It's Dundee around there into turn 5 of the race, but it's still not over. Dundee, please don't rage quit. Still have to score those points for your team, and you will be on Inter soon, so I guess you can have the pace there. And DRS is disabled now. DRS has been disabled. That means Lionel is now going to start making time on the guys ahead. On the intermediate tires, they're going to start struggling a lot. Lionel 6 seconds behind Black Bala, but in the corner I think he's going to make a lot more than that. Going to make a lot more than that. DRS disabled, guys. 6 seconds from Lionel. Lionel will start trying to push here. In second sector is going to be a big difference. Second sector will be a big difference for Lionel. And here comes Slippery Cucumber into the pit, and Talus stays out. Talus is staying out. I think actually... What is Talus doing? I think he doesn't want to be on cold tires on the outlap. I think that's the only explanation why he is staying out. Dundee, a 5-second penalty for spitting in the pit, but please don't rage quit. Please don't rage quit. You still have a chance, mate. No need to do that. Talus leads. And is he actually find any pace on those hard tires at the moment? Lionel coming into the final corner. Now this is going to be interesting if he actually will make it ahead of Bialo out of the pit lane. If he doesn't, then, well... We're gonna have to suffer with a really aggressive driver there. Black Bala gets a penalty as well for spitting in the pit lane. Who's gonna be ahead? Is it gonna be Lionel, or is it gonna be Bialo who will make it ahead? I think it will be Lionel. I think it will be Lionel who will be ahead of Bialo, and yes, he will. He will be ahead of Bialo into the exit of the corner, actually by a big margin. Well, that undercut worked. Undercut, if you can call it that way, worked perfectly. And now Talus, I think, has messed it up. I think Talus might have just messed it up there against Slippery Cucumber. Why did he not pit a lap early? But we will see. Cucumber might demote Talus from a win today on his home race. Cucumber already coming into the main straight. Who will be ahead? Who is gonna be ahead after the pit lane? I think it's gonna be Slippery Cucumber. Or is it gonna be Thales? This is gonna be a close one. This is gonna be a close one. No, it is not gonna be a close one. It's Slippery Cucumber who's already... No, we see... No, yes he is. Yes, he is already ahead. He's already ahead of Thales, and Thales has made a bad strategic call there, pitting one lap later. Plus, he's now gonna have those cold tires. That makes Slippery Cucumber take the lead of the race. Thales drops into second place. And that, I think, was a mega strategic disaster. Not the way you want to lose a win on your home race. And now he gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And well, that could well be the end of the championship today. If nothing weird happens later. I think Slippery Cucumber can have this race under control now. Lap 17 of 36. Strategic mistake, but it's not over yet. We are still not even on the half of the race. We are still to get into the half of the race soon. So many things can happen. At the moment, it seems Slippery Cucumber has the advantage, but you never know what can happen. Nick FIFA, by the way, I have to say, he is looking into finally getting his maiden podium of the season. They're sitting comfortably on third of the race. Echoes are behind, yes, but it's gonna be really hard to overtake on these conditions. Nick FIFA, by the way, also has much more ERS. Dundee in 5th place, 3.5 behind EchoStar, trying to do his best in the wet conditions. But he has a 5-second penalty that won't demote him any place right now because Joseph is 11 behind, but it will still complicate him when if he is able to overtake one of the guys ahead. If there's a safety car, of course, he can pit and try and get it removed. But we will see how this race turns into. So at the moment, Slippery Cucumber becoming IOR third IOR champion for season 6, winning his third drivers championship as the race stands now. Who has got the fastest lap, because no one will be able to get it once again after this, and that is Nick FIFA, who has the fastest lap. Nick FIFA, I think if it doesn't dry up, will definitely end up with that fastest lap point. And I think, yeah, Bialdo has Spawny there, and oh, has no wing. That's gonna make Black Baldo a place, and it's getting worse for Bialdo in the battle for 4th. But he doesn't need to retire. If he does, he's gonna lose all the points he could gain on this race. He can... The minimal he can gain if he finishes this race is 11 points, which are crucial at these stages of the season. Nick FIFA with that podium is getting 20 points, so it's definitely gonna be jumping him if he retires from this race. And meanwhile, on the lead of the race, Slippery Cucumber with full ERS, not even trying to push to defend from Thales. Thales with 24% ERS is not looking good at all from the Brazilian driver. Now has a little slide into the exit of the final corner. Well, race that we can say was lost on strategy, if it actually gets lost, because, well, still have the race to go, many things can happen. But in normal conditions, it's gonna be a third title for Slippery Cucumber today. Oh, Thales almost lost it there, but he actually saves the car. And well, a crash would have been terrific there for Thales, but anyway, a second place still is a really good position finish. Thinking, of course, about Constructors' Championship. Driver's title might be already done with Slippery Cucumber leading. But, well, we will see, we will see. He is still 12 seconds ahead of Nick FIFA. Nick FIFA had a little slide there. Echoes are getting a bit closer there. Dundee's also getting close into this too. And also, but with has a little handicap of those 5 seconds of penalties. So, Thales outscoring Nick FIFA by 5 points right now. That means, yeah, little subtraction plus the 15 points from Dundee. Oh, that's a spinner there from Thales. Thales has lost the car there. Thales loses the car there into the final corner. But once again, it's not really gonna complicate him against Nick FIFA. Nick FIFA still around 7 seconds behind, but he needs to stop spinning. He needs to stop spinning. If not, he, of course, will end up losing the place at some point. But, well, I know Thales can manage to not spin anymore in the rest of the race. I think there's not really anything to see at the moment on this race. Maybe Equus battling Nick FIFA, but he is still no ERS. It's gonna be really hard, and 8 tenths behind, yeah, anyway. So gonna do a bit the math in constructor's title. I know I think the sprint, not gonna count the sprint because I forgot the exact positions, but with 45 points, counting Thales and Nick FIFA, will be down to 40 due to 41 because Nick FIFA has fastest lap. And plus Dundee getting those 15 points, it would be going down to 26 if I'm not wrong. Maybe in total is 23 with the sprint, so I think, yeah, around 25 points would be the gap between Williams and Mercedes into the final round as it stands now. But we will have to see. In the Drivers' Championship, of course, we know Slippery Cucumber at the moment is becoming a third-time champion for IOR. And Nick FIFA currently 25 points behind. Diallo is now with the third place with 21 points against the 11 points Diallo has. Is, well, 10 points subtraction that will make it a 15-point gap into the final race. Joseph Vesely will be closing it around, I think, 4 points from Diallo, 3 points from Diallo. So it will be around 9-point gap, so it's going to be much closer. There's a spinner there from Dundee. Dundee has lost the car, and, well, that might put in danger his position against Joseph Vesely due to the 5-second penalty. Joseph is now into a 6-second range and showing really good pace on the wet conditions. So if Dundee loses, I think 1.5 seconds, he is going to be losing that place with Joseph. Well, since the rain comes, the race has been really boring, I won't lie. Slippery Cucumber dominating comfortably the race in the lead. Thales in second of the race. And there's a yellow flag that is... Oh, Bialo's out! Bialo is out of the race, and that is going to be a big bang for the championship. 4th place for the championship, because now he is scoring no points. And Nick FIFA with the podium is going to be right at the back of him. Joseph Vesely might even overtake him after this result. Dundee's in the pit lane. Dundee's in the pit lane to serve that 5-second penalty. That was the right decision to do. I think he could have waited one more lap to do it though, but well. Oh, he's replacing the wing as well. He had wing damage. This is gonna turn around a lot of things. Is Slippery Cucumber or Thales gonna think about a pit stop here? Well, Bialo's DNF has turned down around the tables today. Is Kill Lionel gonna stop? He can get that 5-second penalty removed as well. Is Slippery Cucumber coming in? No, he's not. Is Thales coming in? Maybe he could try and risk it. I think he has nothing really to lose. Or will he stay out? No, he stays out. He stays out. Stars are 1 lap fresher than Slippery Cucumber, but that doesn't make a big difference. Nick FIFA will. I think Nick FIFA does have a nice gap, but he stays out. Maybe Equus now he's not pitting anyway as well. Joseph Vesely, is he coming in for a stop? I think he will see. Yes, he is. Joseph Vesely is going for fresh tires. Joseph is going for fresh tires. I think Kill Lionel might do the same. No, he's actually staying out. I think Kill Lionel should pit because he has 10 lap old tires. Plus he has that 5-second penalty, so he could get rid of those two at the same time. Black Bala should definitely pit. Black Bala should definitely pit. He's not. Oh, he's gonna wait one more lap, I think, because the safety car is gonna go out still in one lap. Maybe Kill Lionel is thinking about the same. Staying to have one lap fresher tires still could be a little advantage at the end. Has nothing really to lose. He will still be losing the place to Joseph and Dundee because of fresher tires and because of the penalty anyway, even if he could hold them to a line. And Dundee's got the worst mistake he could have done, getting a warning under safety car, and that gives him a 3-second time penalty, which is gonna be a little handicap there to the line. Equastar's in. Equastar is in. Actually, he has the gap. Equastar does have actually the gap. I didn't realize that. But he's found that gap and is coming in for a stop. I think he's not gonna lose any place. And as I said, Kill Lionel should pit as well, but I don't know if he will do it. No, he's staying out. He wants to stay out for some reason. But anyway, it's gonna be Equastar who will be now in 4th with fresh intermediate tires. Is he gonna be ahead or behind Kill Lionel? I think he's gonna be ahead by a little margin. Yes, he will, and I think this time Black Bala should pit. Definitely the time Black Bala should be coming in. Or is he not? No, he's not. He's not coming in. Or do they expect safety car to stay out for one more lap? Maybe that's the case. I think that's the reason. I think that's the reason they are not pitting. I think they are waiting safety car to come out, not on this but on the next lap. That could explain why there haven't been any pit stops yet from the guys I'm expecting to. It would be Kill Lionel and Black Bala. So I guess we will have 10 laps of racing, exactly 10 laps of racing. And now's the moment to find out if actually Kill Lionel will make a pit stop or if he will stay out. Kill Lionel is officially gonna be. He will be staying out. He has decided to stay out. And Black Bala, time to find out what Black Bala will come in. He has nothing to lose and a lot to win with those fresh tires. No, staying out. Staying out. Well, I found no explanation to this, but anyway, it is what it is. They've decided to stay out. They had a free stop, so I really don't get it, but okay. What is that? I think Joseph went in the wall. I think Joseph just went in the wall there. Well, Dundee's giving back the place. Dundee gives him back the place. And, it's been a mess. It's been a mess here because I guess the overtaken under safety car. Joseph has given back the place to Dundee. That makes Dundee scale up one place at the end. Well, I think that wasn't really Dundee's fault. I saw Joseph make something weird there, so I think to not cause him more trouble, we'll just leave it like that in this case, because it wasn't an intentional overtake. And we will get going this lap to restart the Brazilian Grand Prix. 10 laps of racing on wet conditions. Safe car on this lap. Cucumber leads, followed by Thales. Thales is going to be on the attack, but the one that's really going to be on the attack is going to be Equastar on fresh intermediate tires. Is Slippery Cucumber gone yet? No, he's not. He's still backing off the pack. Cucumber backs off the pack. Thales will try and do his best to get him in the restart. Can he do it though? It's gonna put him a bit nervous there. Cucumber has gone. Cucumber has gone. Thales hasn't got a good reaction time there. Nick FIFA though will be looking now for a move on Thales. Equastar is the one that's gonna have a lot of benefits with those fresh intermediate tires. What's happening at the back? Kill Lionel holds into that P5 of the race. And is now gonna be Dundee's gonna be looking into getting him, get past him, and he does. He does in a very easy way. Yeah, of course, that was obvious. he needed to pit. He needed to pit for fresh interest. He wasn't gonna be able to hold the rest of the guys. Now Joseph is gonna go and get ahead of him as well. Equasar putting a lot of pressure on Nick FIFA here. He will try and get past him with those fresh intermediate tires. He's gonna send one down the inside. No, he is a smart driver and won't try and risk a move. He won't try and risk a move in here. Dundee is also getting involved in this. It's still gonna be a top 5 finish, I think, for both Williams drivers. Tallis losing the time with Slippery Cucumber there in the lead. Equasar will now get a good run on Nick FIFA. Oh, Tallis is spotted! Tallis is spotted there! A horrible disaster there for the Brazilian. Can he get out of the... Oh, I think the game has reset him to track. Well, here comes Equasar on Nick FIFA, and that was a mega mess up there by Tallis there. A horrible race at his home Grand Prix. Well, and I have to say, it was all started due to that mistake on the pit stop. He should have stopped the same lap Cucumber did, but for some reason he waited one more lap and it didn't end up paying at all for him. Now he's down last. Joseph Vesely gets ahead of Kill UNL. ERL Dundee. I never say ERL Dundee, but I've said it this time. He's at the back of Equasar. Might be a podium there for the man on the Williams. And Nick FIFA looking there for a P2 finish. And this is gonna spoil Mega Williams' plans of taking a constructor's title. Is gonna be much more complicated coming into Abu Dhabi. But of course Tallis will try to carry into a line. I think he still is able to make up some places, maybe on Black Bala and on Kill UNL. Maybe. He can still try and save some points today. Here comes Equasar at the back of Nick FIFA. Can he manage to make this move work on the Mercedes driver? 3-lap old intermediate versus 12-lap old intermediate tires. Can Equasar do something here against Nick FIFA? He's gonna send it down. No, he won't do. Dundee getting close into the leading two. Well, the battle for second of the race on track at least. Here comes Equasar, needs to deploy CRS and try and get the move done. Is he gonna send it down the inside? Nick FIFA's done enough to cover it once again. Joseph Vesely is also gonna get involved on this and might end up finishing this race ahead of Dundee. Kill UNL has done a really good job holding the pace on those degraded inters. Tallis is charging back. He's already made up 2 seconds on Black Bala. He's definitely flying on track, but he once again gets a little slide there. Slippery Cucumber seems comfortable on the lead. The only thing that could complicate him might be Equasar getting ahead of Nick FIFA and having way better pace than him on pressure intermediates, which I see not that probable to happen. Well, that safety car mixed up a bit the things there. Equasar is now at the back of Nick FIFA, but seems that he has lost a bit of pace against him in the last lap. He is not being able to get ahead of him. Seems like it's gonna be Cucumber, Nick FIFA, and Equasar who will complete the podium today. And with those 26 points, Nick FIFA is actually getting ahead of Bialdo in the driver standings. Joseph Vesely is also, well, getting tied. It's going to be a really close battle between the three for the final round. I think just 1 point will separate Joseph, Bialdo, and Nick FIFA coming into Abu Dhabi, and it will be a mega definition there to a final round of the championship. Here comes Equasar once again on Nick FIFA, trying to do his best against the Mercedes driver. He's gonna open the battery now, but he has a little slide. He has a little slide there. Now trying to get close with the DRS. Nick FIFA's doing the same. still hasn't found the gap to go for the move on him. Talus is at the back of Black Bala, will be looking for a move soon. Yeah, I definitely think one of the guys that should have pitted, one of them should have been Talus. I think, well, he didn't have much to lose with that 3-second time penalty. But he ended up making a mistake and all the stuff there, you know. And now I think the best thing he's aiming for today is a P6 finish, I guess. If he's able to get ahead of Black Bala and kill UNL. Black Bala gonna do... Oh, Black Bala goes off the road. What is Black Bala? Oh! What was that? A mega mistake by Black Bala, just crushing it there. Is that a safety or no? It's only a BSC. It's only a BSC. Yeah, that was... Wow. And Dundee spun it there, and Talus ahead. A horrible race for Williams today. Well, at least Dundee needs to not retire. Williams needs to complete just 4 more laps of this race. They will still make some good points. Think they're still scoring good points there coming into the final round anyway. But Talus now will try and get ahead of Kill UNL with 4 laps to go. Slippery Cucumber leads ahead of Nick FIFA, who still Equator hasn't been able to get past him. Joseph Vesely on P4 of the race. And Equastar is going for it. Equastar is going for it round the outside. Is he gonna make the move stick here? He is trying to go for it round the outside. And he gets it done. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Nick FIFA still... Oh, Dundee spun it. Dundee's out of the race. And that is it. And that is it. I don't think that's gonna be a safety car, is it? Nick FIFA defends really well there from... And Talus is out as well. Both Williams out at the same time. This gives me Imola flashbacks from season 4 and season 4, yeah, and that is officially Cucumber has just won the championship. Maybe, well, that wasn't definitely the way it should have been done. It should have been taken to a line, and that's a full safety car. That's not the way it should have been done. But anyway, congratulations to Slippery Cucumber for winning his 3rd title. I don't know if it's able to compare this to Max winning the title in 22 when he got announced that he was champion after the race had already finished. It's definitely a different situation, but it's still... Cucumber has won the championship in the most weird possible way, with Talus crashing out with 4 laps to go. And once again, why has no one pitted? Why has no one pitted? Well, Kill UNL has now, and we'll get that 5-second removed. Well, synchronized DNF for Williams and the end of the nightmare there. It's actually confirmed Mercedes is also becoming champion. I think it is. Yeah, I think it definitely is confirmed. Mercedes is becoming champion. Oh, and the safety car is gonna go out. And kill Lionel's late behind. Well, I think then at the end it was a good decision not to pit because the safety car for some reason, well, it's going out now. Well, kill Lionel's still gonna have some advantage. Well, something gonna happen ahead here in the battle for the lead of the race. Nick FIFA trying to do his best. He fell a bit asleep there. Equastar can't overtake him yet. He's gonna need to back off after this one. Nick FIFA down the inside. Equastar will try to make it around the outside. Nick FIFA goes for them bang wheels there, banging wheels into turn 1. Nick FIFA is gonna lose, or is he gonna take the place on Equastar? Side by side go the two of them, and here comes Joseph Wesley around the outside. He's gonna try and make it a move as well. Equastar gets the move done. Equastar has got it done on the restart. Takes second of the race, and I think he's definitely gonna be completing now. Can he challenge Cucumber? Can he challenge Cucumber into the line with a bit fresher tires? I'm not too sure about it. I'm not too sure about it. Here comes Equastar at the back of Slippery Cucumber. .2 is the gap. 1.2 is the gap. Slippery Cucumber not pushing really hard, but it's now turn of Equastar and see, can he win this? Can Equastar win this race with fresher tires than Slippery Cucumber? He needs to give it all in this final lap of the race. Can he retake that pole position? He is gonna try and deploy as much as he can. Slippery Cucumber not even bothering deploying. Maybe he's fell a bit asleep. He maybe thinks he has under control, but it's gonna be a good way if he wins this race. It's gonna be a great way to win the championship by crossing the line in first, but Equastar will still be there. Equastar will still be there trying to make his best to get ahead of him. I think he won't be able to. It's no DRS. Hard to overtake on the rain and still 8 tenths behind. Maybe on second sector he can make a bit of time there on Slippery Cucumber. Nick FIFA still doing a good job defending on Joseph. And it's gonna be Slippery Cucumber has already won the championship due to Thales retiring. Here gonna come Slippery Cucumber for the final round. Also for constructors, the available points will be 55 plus 156. Now Nick FIFA with 20 points will make it a 65-point gap. That means the constructors is over as well if Nick FIFA doesn't make a mistake into the line, which is really unlikely to happen. And it's gonna be a championship here. Slippery Cucumber comes in the Ferrari, did a great season once again. It's gonna be the 4th win of the season. It's gonna be the 3rd title in IOR for Slippery Cucumber, who wins the Brazilian Grand Prix and becomes world champion of IOR once again for the 3rd time in his career. Equastar completes in 2nd, Nick FIFA on 3rd. Joseph Wesley will take 4th of the race, and Kill UNL finishes on P5. So Slippery Cucumber once again back into the top step not just of the podium but of the championship. Long time since IOR Season 3. And Slippery Cucumber will make it a win and a world championship for him. I don't think there's any penalties to remove today. Cucumbers made it once again. We'll go now with the Canadian anthem for our winner, Slippery Cucumber, and our champion as well. And that's the anthem for Canada for Slippery Cucumber, our third time IOR champion. And the anthem for Ferrari, the constructor winner, of course, the car that Cucumber's been driving through all the season. And we'll get now on with the post-race interviews, looking for Equasor and Nick FIFA to join the party as well. Well, looks like they might not join interviews, or maybe they'll join later. But we'll start. We already have our champion in the party, Slippery Cucumber. So, well, once again, what a drive, mate, Slippery Cucumbers, throughout the season. Congratulations on your third IOR Drivers Championship. Long time though since the last one in season 3, around 1 year ago, but it ended up coming the third title. No one else has been able to win even two. You've already won the third one. So, well, talk us about this third title, maybe about the whole season or maybe about this race. Feel free to mention the parts that you would like to the most.
Yeah, the season was it had everything in it, man. Tight battles, ups and downs, but I think it was unfortunate, obviously, with Barack retiring midway through the season, because that would have just added another element to this whole championship fight. But yeah, I mean, this race, I really like Brazil. Brazil's always been a fun track for me. I knew it was going to be tough, being Talas's home track and eager to win his second world title. So it wasn't going to be easy. Um, and I thought we had short quality. I don't know why, but we had one shot, and then it started raining halfway through the lap, and I'm like, oh my god! And I ended up spinning, which wasn't ideal, but it wasn't the end of the world because we had a sprint. But I also saw Tails. I don't know. He must have spun or made a mistake, but the sprint was going well. Turn or lap one though, going into that hairpin or chicane. I guess there was a bit of a bottle up with someone, and I don't know. It kind of was like a domino effect, and I kind of went into the back. It was a Williams, I think. It was either Tails or Dundee because a Red Bull was parked there. So I had wing damage the whole sprint, which kind of stopped my progress. Luckily, I was still able to get up to P3, which is more than enough of a winning position. And luckily enough, Equazar was able to keep the first, so it's not like Tails could drive into the distance for the main race. And then for the main race, my whole goal was just about keeping the nose clean and keeping up with Tails and Equazar. And we managed that. Tails managed to get past Equazar, and I knew from that point I had to get by him, so I ended up did. Equazar kind of made it a bit easy, so I was thankful for that. But after that, it was just kind of staying in the DRS. I mean, Tails had good pace. I wasn't using my ERS, but he had good pace. I was just, staying behind him. And I didn't realize there was rain coming for the race, but I heard on the radio 10 minutes ago, so I was like, oh, okay. We're on the right tires. We'll just wait it out. And I saw DRS disabled, and I'm like, okay, Tails is definitely going to come in this lap. It's going to be a fight for the end, just on the inters. And I saw he tried to do the dummy. He tried to go in, but then he went out, and I was like, wow, I'm surprised he didn't go in. I mean, that was his shot, and I thought, wow, this is my opportunity to take this race. It's hard to overtake in the wet. I knew he'd be losing time that whole lap, so as long as I put in just a decent out lap, we would be fine. And I managed to I think beat him by 1.5 seconds coming out the pits, and I knew from there it was just managing the race, managing the time, just managing the pace out front, and just keeping consistent, no mistakes, no oversteer anywhere, and I was pretty confident we can make it home. And I don't want to assume, but I think Tails was getting a bit. I think he started to overdrive the car a bit. He was starting to make mistakes. Which is normal. I mean, when you're trying to fight for a world title and, you're losing at it every lap, I mean, it's normal. But I started to feel like the race was just coming more and more to me, and I felt like it was pretty inevitable that I was going to win this race if something crazy happened. But yeah, I just felt super in control. Car felt great, and yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I think that when Thales decided to pit one lap later, I think the race was done after that. Thales they simply didn't have the pace to get back to you, and yeah, as you said, start making a lot of mistakes. It's normal, especially on home track. Plus, last chance to keep the title into final round. So a lot of pressure comes in that cases. So at the end, it ended up well. We all know how it ended, but anyway, he tried his best. I think he did really good championship pressure, at least for the first couple of laps. But of course, he once again took it at the end. I think also, well, you could say you learn from your mistake in Austria, and well, this time put it on the right time. Could you say that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you know, whenever I see DRS disabled, that's my time. I just go into the pits. No point in us staying out.
Yeah.
It's not like anything else is gonna happen.
Also made me remember the crucial USA Season 2 race where also the rain, I think that was the crucial moment of that season as well. You saw the DRS
Yeah.
disable and you immediately dive it into the pit lane.
That was the championship winning race. I think Barack had the pace that race. He was super quick. I just couldn't manage to overtake him. And if he ended up winning that race, I don't think I would be winning. I would have won that championship.
Yeah, the championship was decided by just 4 points, so if Baraka won it, yeah, definitely would have been the other way. But,
Yeah,
well,
that was a crazy season.
yeah, it would have been, I think it would have been much better if that race would have been the last of the season within, like, you know, Abu Dhabi 2021 in real life or something like that.
That'd be unreal. Unreal.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about your season. Let's go back into Bahrain, a very dominant race for yourself. I think Thales put a bit of pressure on you there then, but at the end you managed to dominate it. Then we come into Jeddah, Australia, races where you struggled a bit. Maybe you had the pace, but some unfortunate situations didn't allow you to fight for the win. Then Miami, you bounced back once again.
Yes,
And
yes, Miami.
well, I think the Spain race, well, I think that's a one to talk about. A perfect race till the safety car. I think you had it in hand, but there's where luck strikes sometimes
Oh,
in the
yeah,
negative
yeah.
way.
You're reminding me. I disconnected. I think, yeah. Like I said, I like Spain a lot, so I was confident going to that race, and yeah, I think that should have been a win, but unfortunate with this game, unfortunately. Disconnected.
Yeah, well, led it into a crazy deciding race with the other guys, but at the end you could score some good points and keep the championship fight on. Then I think next round was Britain, if I'm not wrong, which, well, I think there was a big crash in the sprint. You had to make your fight back, and well, at the end you ended up P2, only 3 seconds behind Baraka, if I'm not wrong, so you were really quick on that race, just once again unfortunate on the sprint.
Yeah, had an unfortunate tangle on the sprint. Sprints haven't been too good for me. I've been a lot of the times in the sprint I'm starting at the back, or
Yeah,
what happens in
exactly.
the sprint. But yeah, I had really good pace during the race. I was able to catch Barack a little bit, but unfortunately the gap was a bit big. But yeah, it was a positive race though.
Coming next round where there was Austria, the race where once again you took the lead, but there was the mistake of staying out. I think same thing Thales did now. So, and
Yeah.
well, the crazy finish of that race with the lagging and that, with you still save the second place finish. Not
Oh
able
yeah,
to,
that was quite a mystery race.
yeah, I had to figure out all that
A
after
lot
the
of
race.
investigating.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
After that, we went into Hungary, which, well, once again, win. That time, Thales was the one that was disconnecting, I think, like every 5 laps
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
I think after that, we went into Belgium. That was a weird one. Starting from qualifying and with the changing conditions, once again with lobby issues. And it was
Oh
first,
yeah, Belgium.
it was first dry in qualifying, then in the new lobby, I tried to go for it on still random weather, and it ended up being with wet, and there was a lot of polemic in the chat. I think you crashed out in qualifying and had to start a bit on the back. And then in the race you were fighting back, but I remember Will spun it ahead of you and you ended up collecting him. And
Yeah,
that ended the
Will was
race.
coming out of turn one, and it was weird. Like it was. So he was coming out of turn one. I'd probably say he was probably in fourth gear, and he got a super big wheel spin moment, and I thought he caught it, but then he went into my way, and yeah, my wheel just popped off, and I'm like, damn. Kind of remind me of the Baku time when Will was lagging or something, and he just took me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an unfortunate one. I was just kind of there sitting a bit stunned. I'm like, damn, that really just happened.
Yeah, I also remember that back race. Actually, he took Talus and me out at the same time in the castle section. Then he took you out.
Yeah, it was a mess.
After then, the last race I mentioned was Belgium. After that was Italy. A really good battle with Talus there into a line. Well, ended decided by
Yeah,
the 5-second penalty in the pit lane, but it's still talking about track position. You took it to the final lap against him. So you enjoyed that
yeah.
one as
Tails
well.
was super quick in Italy, and I believe that's the next race for IOR, so it should be
Yeah.
quite interesting. But yeah, he was really quick on Italy. I don't know. I just couldn't really keep the same ERS he had, but yeah, Italy was a good one. Just unfortunate with that 5 second.
Well, then coming into next and the last two rounds till this one, we have Mexico, the one where, well, Talus got pole. He was faster in qualifying. And, well, you were holding with the pace with him, and then I think you made a mistake into the S's and crashed out, which also costed you some
Oh,
points.
yeah. Reminded me of every single moment. Uh, yeah, Mexico. I don't know. I just feel like the car is so on edge, and I felt like every lap going through those damn S's, the car was gonna spin, and it was weird. I literally ran over the curb, and the car just went. It just there was not even like moment for me to react. It just went, and yeah, it was unfortunate because I think I definitely had the pace to stay with them, obviously, but that was another key point in the championship where points were lost.
Well, and finally coming into, well, Brazil, well, no need to go into that anymore. We've already talked about the race of today. So now you're already champion. I think the constructors is already decided for Mercedes. I have to say Baraka did a great job scoring points when he was till the race he was still in this championship. And Nick Fifa's
Yeah,
done
he
a really
did.
good job keeping it consistent, even with Talus and Dundee being a really strong team in terms of pace, but well, ended in a tragic way today, so couldn't take it to Abu Dhabi, which actually looked more better. They looked in a better position if they finished the race than Mercedes to win the title, but at the end, I think if I'm correct, Mercedes has already won it on the math. So I also credit to Nick FIFA for that. So I think with everything decided, what you looking forward into Abu Dhabi? Just make it one more win into your tally, maybe, or maybe something else.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, we could see what we can do. I really like Abu Dhabi. I love what they did with the changes. I really didn't like the track last year. As you see, when I raced Barack there, I just did not have the pace. He was really quick, and I just didn't. But this year, I really like what they did. The first sector and the last sector really complement the track really well. So it should be good. I mean, it's like up there with Brazil for me. I really enjoy what they did with it, and I don't know. We might start from the back. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping we have a really good attendance for that race, last race of the season. Just kind of ended off with a high, but it should be interesting. I expect Tails to be quick too there. It's flowing fast. Should be good.
Yes, I definitely would also hope a bigger grid for the final race. Also, that it will be the last one in like around 3 months. We're gonna take a little break to restructure some stuff in the league. Also,
Yeah.
mainly because of the game that's been more difficult to handle the cars than the last one. So it's kind of make some people quit from playing the game. Like, well, some guys this season already. I think don't want to
Yeah, I
mention
think
names, but
just everyone needs a bit of a break from this game. It's kind of how it goes with F1 games. Kind of really play the crap out of them, but then you kind of get, just kind of want to have a little bit of break. But then once you come back from the break, it kind of feels like a new game, ready to go. But yeah,
yeah, also because of the glitch has been a big problem through the season. I think Austria is the best example of it. So
yeah, and even like I did a league race yesterday, um, and I got booted during qualifying, and when I went to join during qualifying, my car was stuck in the middle of the track, and I couldn't take control of it. It's just like stuff like that. It's just so dumb.
yeah, hopefully the game will improve, but we'll
I'm
have to.
hoping.
Yeah, but anyway, if not, we'll have to get over it. We'll have to find a way.
Yeah.
So, well, I think now we can ask a question about next season, maybe. So, maybe a sadly Canadian Necktie, I think, doesn't want to keep racing, or, well, I don't know if he might change his mind and maybe want to come back next season after a long break. But if he doesn't want to come back, who would you looking to be teaming for next season? I think like we have strong teams like Talus and Dundee. So if you're looking for constructor title as well, you have to find a fast teammate to keep it there. Like for example, Nick FIFA's done with Baraka.
Yeah, I mean, Nick FIFA's been a very good driver. I mean, he's been super consistent. I feel like he's got a lot of top fives, podiums. So he's someone to have my eye on. See, I mean, obviously, picking like someone like Tails would be really good, but I don't know. Maybe that's a good one. Maybe not. Maybe put him on another team, have a bit of a championship fight. But I would say like I said, I think Nick FIFA's impressed me the most. I think he's been super consistent. He's always driven well. He's always been up there. Just a bit unlucky, but yeah. Nick FIFA might be a teammate I would look to have.
Any chance Bialo can be it or nah?
Oh, I like Biolo. I mean, I liked him when
Yeah,
we were
he has improved
on Red Bull. Like, yeah, he's very respectful about getting out the way and being a good teammate. But yeah, he's also really quick. Like I said, he's got a bit unlucky sometimes with moments and stuff. But yeah, Biolo's another one. Super quick, and I feel like Biolo's the type of guy no one really wants to. Like whenever they see him, they're like, "Oh, we got to overtake Biolo." Okay, not gonna be easy.
Yeah, he'd be like a good. He could be like a Paris to you. He could defend.
Yeah, defense minister.
That would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I personally also wouldn't like you to team, or like I wouldn't like a team with you, Baraka, or Thales, you, or Thales, Baraka. Like I think it's good to have you on separate teams so you can have a championship battle, So
yeah, exactly.
Like the fastest guys on separate teams.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping more for the constructors this year, but I don't know. Have I ever won a constructors championship?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh yeah, you did it in season 3 with Stanley on the Williams.
Yeah, on the Williams. Okay.
But that season you were mega dominating. I think you won like what 6 races out of 16 or even more. I think. Like,
yeah,
you won that championship by far.
Even another driver I wouldn't mind having is John A.
Yeah, if he wants to race, of course.
Yeah, if he wants to, race, but he's not bad. He's consistent. He's always pretty smooth. But yeah, a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to win maybe a constructors this year, but I'll take the championship title, so it's fine.
Well, then, looking forward into building the next calendar. Maybe we'll take some tracks that haven't been in the calendar for a while. Don't know if you have any suggestion to get some tracks in.
Well, China's in the game. Don't know if you guys want to do China, but
I like it a lot actually to drive. Not the layout, but I always like to drive it. Maybe because I think you once said it's a controller track, so
yeah, it's a good pad track. So it's not. It'd be pretty. I feel like it'd be pretty good grid.
Also,
yeah,
might be
China.
Might be a good one for you because I think Thales hates China, so you may have a win there.
Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of China either, so it's actually pretty good.
Also, Portimao would be a nice one. I think some people like it, some people hate it, but in my opinion, it's a good track for racing.
Yeah, I don't mind Portimao. I like it. Maybe do Monaco.
That would be interesting, but we'll need to have a clean grid. I definitely need to.
I remember we did. I remember we did Monaco with. Was it F1 2020?
Yeah, F1 2020, but you have to remember that that game was way better than this one. Cars were much better to handle, and plus the grid I think was much cleaner than the one we have now.
Yeah, I remember that race. I think I was stuck behind LBA Checos the whole race.
Yeah, like it was. I was very happy, or I didn't even think about dirty driving at that point. But I think out of 16 people, I think 13 finished the race. So
yeah, I just think this game, I don't know, maybe people race a bit, I don't know, maybe because there's a lot more newer people coming to the game. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know. This season has been really bad in terms of incidents. A lot of them happening. Like remember, season 2 was a really clean championship. Like
Yeah,
some races would have big DNFs, but it was mostly very clean league at
but
that
you
point.
know, it's not even like this league. Like every league I watch in general, like it's the racing standards haven't been too well. Like I don't know if it's something about this game, but every league is having issues. I feel like with DNFs, racing standards, and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's because of the game. What I've seen a lot is a lot of people spinning. Like, it's I think spins have increased in league racing because cars
Oh
are
yeah,
much easier to lose them.
yeah, I agree. I think it's these cars are a bit more of a handful, so it's harder to race wheel to wheel.
That's the reason I also at the end decided to turn back the ghosting on because I saw people kept spinning and it ended up maybe not, of course, not intentional, but it ended up collecting other people. So,
Yeah, I
um,
agree.
yeah, no need to risk it there. So ghosting will keep on till new update. So
Yeah, I just
till
feel like you lose the car so easily in this game.
yeah,
So
for example, I still can't find really good pace on the rain. I don't know if because I'm controller, but on the rain I still struggle a lot.
yeah, the one thing I struggle with this game is the feeling through the steering wheel. I feel like on previous games like 2020, 2021, I had a lot more of a feeling through the steering wheel, which helped a lot in terms of the confidence. Obviously, I've got used to it on this game, but it was definitely a bit of a learning curve starting the game. One thing I didn't really enjoy about the handling model.
All right, then. Then I think we've already extended this interview very long, so I think we are gonna come to an end. So, well, thank you for your time, Cucumber, and once again, congratulations on that third driver's title for IOR. We're gonna have
Thank you,
to
thank
wait
you.
around third months to try and aim for the fourth one, and also for constructor's title. I guess would be
That's
your
fine.
second one. And well, of course, if you are on the podium next weekend, even if you are not, we can have in 2 weeks, we can have once again the final interview of the season in Abu Dhabi to say
Sure.
finally the goodbye for around 3 months to IOR. And of course, next weekend we have the League versus League once again, so hope for another Grand Slam for you and Singapore, and hope to have our team back at full strength.
Yeah.
All right then, mate.
Okay.
Congratulations on the championship again, and we'll meet in next week for Singapore. Well, for our war actually on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. See you, David.
Bye. Well, and that's the end of the post-race interviews. We still have 2 people watching it. Well, nice, nice. We still have 2 viewers. So if you are still watching this, would like a comment there to know who you are. But you kept the interview to the end. And well, we'll go to read the 2 comments. I haven't read any of them. But let's go. I know the comments are old. They aren't from right now. But I will go and read them before finishing the stream. Of course, if they are relevant comments. Well, what Ferrari couldn't do in real life, Cucumber has done it here. It's a Ferrari driver's title in IOR. So the comment says, Equasar there with a cucumber emoji congratulating Slippery Cucumber for his title. Joseph Besley says, yeah, it's me, with a laughing face. So nice, guys. Thanks Equasar, thanks Joseph for your comments and for staying with us to the end. Also, Joseph, you will still be battling for that 4th place in the championship till the final round. So we'll keep an eye on you if you can be the best driver after our 3 aliens of the league. So it's gonna be a nice battle into Abu Dhabi between you, Bialo, and Nick FIFA. I guess you are separated just by around 5 points each, I guess. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like the new battle for the championship at this point. But anyway, now it's time to say goodbye, and we'll meet in 2 weeks' time for the definition of this IOR 6 season and before the long break we'll take. So, thanks to all once again, and goodbye.